Okay, guys, so here it starts. Dean stalking down the capoeirista. Little thigh kick right there. So Dean's got the Bocator. I think it's the medium stance. He's not too low, not too high. Oh, that little slip right there, I think, gave the capoeirista a little bit more courage because, as a Muay Thai coach, mostly Dean spars a lot. The capoeirista does capoeira sparring, but not this type of kickboxing sparring. So he's going to be a little shy in the beginning, and that's a meia lua de compasso followed up by a flying knee, which is freaking crazy. So he spun his way back. What you're going to notice is that they both have pretty good lateral movement. I guess with capoeira, you sort of know how to move laterally, although when he gets pressured right now, Alfred, the capoeirista, sometimes does move backwards in a non-controlled way. But see, he's starting to move more sideways. He crosses his feet, which is different than Bocator or Muay Thai or anything. So Dean going for a little jump kick right there. This is an exhibition match, right? So they're not necessarily trying to knock each other out. They're just trying to have a good spar session. So Alfred, again, he's got maybe 40 pounds and at least, I don't know, like 8 inches on Dean. 6 to 8 inches on Dean. So Dean's fighting at a disadvantage, but he's got the sparring advantage. He spars more. A little bansal, a front kick by Capo. And that is just crazy, that cartwheel. Look at that! Oh, shoot! And woohoo! This match almost ended up on the ground, but they separated. Dean adjusting his shin guards. So I don't think anyone watching this thought it would become like this, So that was great. Dean trying to jam Alfred. Woo! That kick, if it landed, would have hit Dean in the face and knocked him out. But Dean before was trying to jam the guy while he was in his rotation. So what you didn't see there, my bad about the camera angle, is that Dean tried to go in for jump elbow and he got taken down. So that was the end of the first round. And what happened was we thought this would be 3 rounds, but the promotion ended it after a round. So I went to Dean's corner. I thought I'd give him some corner stuff. Aaron was there, going to give him really good corner tips, and Alfred had his corner, but instead they ended it after this round. We were so disappointed. The audience wanted more too. So in the first 20 seconds or so, Dean was mostly stalking him down. You can see Dean's the one that spars a lot more. So if this were a Xu Xiaodong match, Xu Xiaodong would have just knocked his opponent out within this time, right? But again, this exhibition, so Dean's going to make this interesting, give him some time to show off what he's got. So here he starts, a lot of people who are kind of getting back into understanding fighting again, they're going to start by first understanding distance, right? Which is what Alfred does. That was a great meia lua de compasso followed by a jumping knee. And then those 2 moves were super cool also. So now they know, okay, we're kind of finding each other's flow. Let's have some fun. So as you can tell, using this Bocator stance, I think, it's very different than how Dean usually spars. If he's doing it Muay Thai style, which we wanted to show in the next rounds, Dean would have been much more kind of hands at the head, kind of tight, right? So, but again, this is Dean's using some Bocator, some more dancey kind of flying stuff like what he just saw there. So, Alfred trying to maintain some distance. Again, he's got 40 pounds and at least 4 to 6 inches on Dean. So that was great. They're training combos. And so that purple thing, what is that for my capoeiristas? What's that purple sash? So that was the crazy cartwheel stuff that that the entire audience was like, whoa! And then, so again, guys, the 2 of them are fighting. That was a great jamming of his spin, and then he comes back with that, which is awesome. Both of them are fighting like they were expecting 3 rounds, just so you know. The venue didn't tell us this was going to be only 1 round, and this is Dean trying to go for a jumping 12 to 6 elbow, and he gets taken down. So I'll find that footage eventually. Alfred has it, so that footage of the takedown I'll show you guys. But, Capoeira has takedowns, right? Same with Bocator. All went back to our corners thinking there'd be 2 more rounds. Dean planned the second round to be Muay Thai and the third round to be some kind of a modified version of Taekwondo. I forgot what it's called. So, Dean, if you can tell us what you were planning that third round, what kind of style you're going to do. For those of you who stayed around, here's a little reward. Here's a different angle. This is shot from Alfred's angle. So we'll notice some other different things because it's a different angle. The camera has different levels of zoom. So initially we just see our man Dean pressuring, who falls here, and then very soon there's some moves that we caught from this angle that we didn't see from the other angle. So it's really cool. That's why you have to examine fights repeatedly in multiple angles. You'll pick up different things. So great Mealuji con paso. If that knee landed, that would have been bad. That was pretty cool. I asked my capoeira friend Alex what that's called. Forgot the name of it, but so Dean using Bokator. Look at that, the stance switching. It's kind of dancey, but it also kind of makes you more unpredictable, right? That was a great exchange of combos. And this is where our man Alfred starts learning to, get better at the lateral movement. So there's a part here very soon where you'll see, which I didn't catch the first two times, Alfred actually caught Dean's kick after being upside down. So we'll see that very soon. So right here, Dean, that was a pretty good angle off. See, we didn't see that from the other angle. So Dean had some really good angles during that exchange. And watch this. So Dean goes in for a, watch this. See, Alfred, after being upside down, still caught Dean's kick. So that was pretty cool. That was what we didn't notice the first time. I didn't realize that Alfred caught Dean's kick. I thought Dean slipped or something, but Alfred actually caught Dean's kick. So that was, we're about to see that really crazy kick right there. And then here, we're going to see the final takedown that we saw briefly, but we're going to see it in the flow of things. See, Dean kind of goes up short with the flying elbow, and he gets taken down. So guys, thank you for staying around. You guys saw another angle. Go follow Fit Arts Alfred, and go follow Dean. I'm sure you guys follow Dean. I mean, Dean's been on my channel a few times. Okay, fight commentary breakdowns. This time it's really goodbye. So a little background about this event. This took place at the Academy in Hollywood, which, according to Danielle, is a nightclub. I don't know what this place is. I don't live in Hollywood. On top of that, this was a little submission tournament that we had the exhibition match at. So most people there, Eddie Bravo and Jeff Glover were both there, by the way. Most people there were there to watch No-Gi Jiu-Jitsu. So they put this on afterwards. Also, there was sword swallowing after this act. It's almost like they were afraid the sword swallower, who quote-unquote is more famous, was gonna not get the time he needed, so they had to cut this short. I think that's why. They also got this tournament started later. On top of that, maybe the action got a little bit more intense than they thought. You never know. Jiu-jitsu tournament, grappling tournament's different, right, than if someone risks getting KO'd by hits and stuff like that. I'm really thankful for the venue for inviting Coach Dean, Coach Alfred, and of course inviting fight commentary breakdowns. Also, guys, John Evans was there too, if you remember John Evans on our channel. Cool stuff that night. Okay, guys, this was Jerry for Fight Commentary Breakdowns.